Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to this Friday's episode of Gamma World Legion of Gold. I am the Drungeon Master, the internet's favorite mildly inebriated game master, voted that 10 years running. In fact, it may actually predate the internet, even though tonight I'm drinking hot chocolate because, I don't know, reasons. I'm going to introduce our cast members from my perspective, starting with Ben, who's playing Stick.
So Stick remains just barely taller than a foot, having returned to his normal size. Being very grateful his pants fit correctly again, although the high waters did prove particularly useful at a key moment last week. He has still not accepted the death of his friends Charla and China Bull, and is convinced that he's going to find them and rescue them in this new strange facility they're at. He's accompanied by the loyal and empathetic Goose Laserbeak, who continues to show his courage as both Stick's preferred mount, loyal mount, and courageous attack bird.
And an integral member of the party, I should point out. Heather, you're playing Jen.
I'm playing Jen. Jen is a new member to the party. She was sent along to help the party out as best she could because one of their tax evading friend in Horn was worried about them, and she tends to work solo because she's around them, people don't always respond positively to her, and she doesn't quite understand it, so she'd just rather not be bothered with it. But she seems to be happy with falling in with Goose and Stick and Rusty, and we're with them till the bitter end, however soon that may be.
Knowing this game, probably the next 15 minutes. And Ryan with everybody's favorite, Rusty Crab.
I'm Ryan. I'm playing Rusty Crab. He was an experiment that the party encountered in the undersea, or not undersea, underwater Marine Research Institute, and he has vowed to help Stick get his revenge because he has nothing better to do right now. And I think we've reached a milestone too, because this is the third session for this character. It's like longtime watchers will know that I'm the drummer for Spinal Tap of this group. My characters don't live very long.
It's okay because each one you flesh out so beautifully. So when we left last session, we had just arrived outside of a mysterious building and had underground and had entered it. And your pass card or the identification card, which was with a numerical level 3 on it with a white center and a red border, had gained you admittance. And we had to pause there because I hadn't set up the new map yet. Whoops! But in a miracle of miracles, the new map is set up and you guys are ready to go. And I should have placed you on there already. And oh, that's funny. There's like eraser traces on my screen. How did I manage that? I don't know. That's funny. So you guys can see that, I hope?
Everything's black for me right now.
All right. Well.
Yeah, me too.
I love
There it is.
the dynamic lighting settings on Roll20 are the best. Don't get me wrong, Roll20. I love you guys to death. I do like the dynamic lighting settings. It's just, it can be a bit painful. Jen, can you see yourself yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you see the other party members?
I had to move the map around.
Okay. Yeah, through all the amount of messing about with the lighting settings recently, I've learned that the quickest thing to do is just hit refresh, and that usually fixes everything for some reason. So you guys are right outside. You've opened that door that's in front of you. And that's where we paused last session to give you guys, well, really to give me a chance to get everything set up. So, beyond the door, you can see a corridor leading ahead of you. As the door opens, like a couple of light strips to either side of the corridor light up, but the rest of the corridor remains in darkness. It's a pretty wide corridor, almost 12 feet wide. Wait a minute. 3 meters times 4 is more than 12 feet. So it's wider than 12 feet. Each square is 3 meters. And it appears to be made out of some type of duralloy, like a really heavily reinforced steel type enclosure.
This has got to be where they have them. Right? I mean, look at how big this door is. I mean, it's like 1,000 of me. They could have easily gotten China Bull in here.
Probably. Can I sense anything? Like, down the hallway at all? My intuition? Can we see anything?
Outside the range of your light, no. As I said, the light strips along the side of the corridor, they flip on like in your immediate environs, but the others remain dark. Clearly, they are conscious of energy conversation.
We just need to go. They have to be here. They just have to be. Honk. Honk. Goose is kind of, Laserbeak's just kind of nodding back and forth, trying to tell Stick something. It's just not getting through, though. Right? And Laserbeak looks a little bit sad as you realize the message he's been trying to pass for like the last 3 days just isn't reaching Stick.
Laserbeak knows the truth. The truth that Stick just won't accept.
So Stick just hops in the back of Laserbeak, raises his curette, his new surgical spoon in the air. Forward!
All right, you guys should have full control over your characters, so you can move them at will. Yep. There you go. Stick, as you come through, the lights flicker on around you. There you go. Yay! And but up ahead, the hallway still remains dark.
So, and I'm not responding to negatively to the lights here. I'm just going to keep moving forward.
Okay.
I sense anything from up ahead?
Not yet. Stick, you are in the middle of a four-way intersection. Here, 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 and here, there are boxes on the wall that have some sort of glass-faced cylinder coming out of them.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to go look and try and explore this box right here.
As you get closer to it, it's pretty high above you. It's like it's at ceiling level, and it looks like somebody took a plastic or metallized plastic or something box, probably yay big. They stuck a plastic cylinder about yay big on it, and the plastic cylinder has got kind of a glass front to it that's slightly curved.
So I look at Laserbeak, like I need to get up there, and kind of hop on his back and
Hover mode engaged.
yeah. And so he gets up there, and I sort of hop onto the back of what looks like the mounting for this box, or the
It's on a
piece coming out from the wall.
It's on a bracket, and there's a wire coming out of the bracket. I mean, coming out of the back of the box, running along the bracket to the wall.
I feel like we need to play the mini game.
Do you want to play the mini game?
I want to play the mini game.
You can. Oh man! Nobody ever volunteers to play the mini game. We're gonna play the mini game. So for anybody who this is their first time playing or watching us play, in old school Gamma World, in order to identify the where are the maps? Oh, there's the mini game. Oh my! I panicked there for a second. I'm like, where's the mini game? In old school Gamma World, in order to figure out a technological device, you had to run through this mini game, so to speak. And it is derived from the old TSR Metamorphosis Alpha game, which a lot of Gamma World actually is derived from Metamorphosis Alpha, and that was a game, a science fiction game, the very first science fiction role-playing game in which all the characters were playing mutants who lived on board a generation ship. And that was the Metamorphosis Alpha, which was trapped out in space. Long story. But anyway,
Super cool, actually.
if you think Gamma World's kind of primitive and old school, you should see Metamorphosis Alpha. It's like even... But yeah. So that's where this is derived from. So, yeah, let's get started on mini game. Mini game. Mini game. Rolled a 4. You advance to A. This is interesting. Electronic in nature. Warm to the touch. Probably indicates that it's drawing electricity. Low voltage cable. Interesting. Ooh, a 10 stuck in place. Where does this cable go? Stuck in place. Yeah, this thing's annoying.
I'm starting to whack the side of the box to see if that helps things.
You whack it and it kind of shakes in place a moment and then stabilizes.
I'm gonna poke it with my spoon.
It is impervious to spoon poking.
It's tough.
Rusty gets a bonus to the investigation minigame. I just picture him standing back there going, "Your other left."
Hey, Rusty, I'll try that now.
Still, what does this thing do? I don't understand. Oh, yes, you advance. There's lettering on the cable.
There you go.
You're right. That was my other one. That's very helpful. I appreciate that.
And the plug says HDMI. But what does HDMI mean? Cursed system.
Must be code.
The ancients are annoying. Ooh, back. Oh, so close. Oh, so close to...
Don't ground it to yourself.
I don't know what that means. I'm gonna poke it again.
Oh, no! So, Stick, in your explorations, you decided to yank out a cable just to see what would happen. And it was a low voltage cable, thankfully. But because you're so little, low voltage to you is high voltage to somebody else. Actually, that's not sound at all, but it sounds really good. So you take a minor shock, and you're going to take 2d6 points of damage. And your hair is now styled differently. As you
Can't let go of it. There's a little bit of smoke coming off of him. I look at a goose like, "Hey, Laserbeak, how do I look? Is this still working for me?"
You are completely unaware of what this device may have been. Now, if one of you guys wants to hoist Rusty Crab up on your shoulders with his amazing intuition, he could, and knowledge of the ancients and the technology thereof, you could probably whiz right through it.
I do have long arms. I might be able to.
You know,
He's got like demon legs coming off of him.
let me see how high off the deck this thing is. Probably doesn't say.
Is he still in the bucket?
No, I think I got out of the bucket.
Yeah, he got
at the end of the last session.
Oh,
Lucky for you, it's not.
he can
the
just hold
voltage.
you up in the
Yeah.
bucket. Just hold you up in the bucket.
I'm just gonna
Like
sit down for a minute. There's still like some smoke coming off of my hair. It's curled now. It wasn't curled before.
Burning?
Now you
Does
have
the perm
Something's
work on that?
burning.
Does the perm work?
naturally curly hair.
Yeah, it's a good look for you. Yeah.
That's one of the things I discovered after my retirement from the Army. Apparently, I've got wavy hair and had no idea. Just didn't know. Hadn't been that long in 30 years. Rusty, you can, by stretching your claws and because remember you've got like fine manipulators attached to your claws. By stretching out, you can reach it and take a look at it.
Okay. So I will give this a try.
Oh, for reasons that's because this is really old. Yours still says whisper, even though I updated it elsewhere. At least I thought I did. All right.
Oh, wait, start. Yeah, that's for start. That makes sense. Okay.
Moving right along. And you get a -1 or a -2?
I get a -2 because I have heightened intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, so you're moving right along. Oh, this is clearly some sort of surveillance device.
10, that's a 2 of 3.
Low voltage power as well as a separate video feed.
Someone may be watching.
Oh, yep. It is clearly a security camera of some variety. Man, you whizzed right through that. I wonder how Stick feels watching Rusty have no problems in understanding this piece of technology after it just electrocuted him.
Mind the hot wire.
I mean, you're lucky because you being wet, that would have done much worse to you. But thank you for handling that.
I had a cousin that went out like that.
It's not good.
I still can't look at butter quite the same way.
Can they hear us too?
I don't know. Did I? I know it's a visual monitoring device. I don't know if there's sound.
You didn't see a microphone,
Okay.
so it looks like it's visual only. But yeah, you can. There's 4 of them at this quarter, each one at this intersection, each one angled, so it's kind of not merely covering the intersection, but covering down the hallway as well. And since the lights go out when there's no person present, you can safely assume it also probably runs on infrared or night vision of some variety, maybe thermal.
Rusty, I think I'm still dragging like Whisper's backpack behind me, like just empties out the contents on the ground and like very like impishly like puts the backpack over the camera. Like,
I look at one of the other cameras, recognizing that there's 4 to cover the area. I pulled out a notepad and have Laserbeak fly back up.
Subtle Stick. Subtle.
I'm sure whoever's on the other end is terrified.
They have no idea what's coming for them.
Let's get back on the main map here. God, a mini game. Who would have thought that a stupid mini game could be so much fun?
It's so nerve wracking, but like You can't look away.
That was the first time I failed at it too, so I'm glad that Rusty's got the better perception check on those.
Oh, I never updated it to say Rusty Crab. I'm a bad game master. There we go. Okay. So one of the cameras, this one I assume, because this is the one you guys were messing with, is now covered with a backpack. One of them has been threatened via note. But as I said, this one, like this one here, looks like it's angled so that it can see this way. This one here is angled so it can see down here. This one could see up here before it was besmirched with a backpack.
Laserbeak takes off, starts flying in a circle around the room, and gives each of the cameras a right on the lens of each one of them.
That'll put the fear of God in them. Or the fear of Laserbeak, one of the two. I'm not sure which is more terrifying.
Honk.
Honk, honk. So while... Okay, there we go. Sorry. While you guys are mucking about in the corridor, waiting for, trying to figure out what the deal is with the cameras, and while Laserbeak is indeed showing the cameras that he is the one in charge, you see coming up 5 figures.
Which direction?
They're coming from the south, and they're in golden armor.
I sense anything with my intuition?
Your intuition tells you that the one in lead is different than the other 4.
Can I tell how different? Is he human or is he an android?
You don't, from the lead one, you sense no presence of life, but from the other 4, you can tell that they were human, but something has happened. Something has changed. Something is different about them.
Goose just starts hissing.
We need to be really careful. There's something weird about these guys.
So the one in the lead steps to
careful.
the side and points at you guys and says, "Detain them," or better yet, oh man, I could have done this.
Oh yeah, do you have the voice function?
Detain them.
Stick. You wheel to spoon menacingly. Stop. You have one chance to back off and give me my friends, or you all die.
Surrender.
With his telekinesis, Rusty moves the safety on his laser pistol to fire.
That one has made a hostile movement. Attack.
And puts her hand in her bag against the laser beam.
One
Are
thing.
they still organic?
What Jen is sensing is that they're that the 4 that are moving almost in lockstep are, they are
Humanoid.
human underneath the armor, but there's something weird about them. So they're definitely organic, but they're wearing armor, and it's like they're their thoughts are suppressed in some way. And you notice they're moving in unison, almost carbon images of each other as they walk towards you.
Is there any kind of weird like implant on them that we can see?
No, but you do see that the entirely robotic one has got some big old antenna on it.
And does he seem like he's organic and not android, or?
There's nothing organic
He's
about him.
android.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not human for sure.
All right. Wait a minute. It was Carla who had the super high dex. Never mind. Just for
Yeah, I still have pretty.
yeah, we'll just go. Attack order will be Jen, Stick, Rusty, followed by the 4 ones that are attacking you. The ones that are attacking you, they're carrying Durali swords, about yay long, kind of wide,
Oh, good.
big rounded
Okay.
handle with a big round pommel. So, Jen, what do you do? They're within combat range.
Within combat range. What can I do? Do I have those 2 daggers, don't I? Trying to decide what weapon I should use. I am going to use my increased speed, and I sense any particular moves. Like, is he gonna? With my intuition, I can be subconsciously aware of what any opponent intends to do.
You assume he's going to. Your intuition tells you he's going to try to
Okay.
stick you with the sword.
Right. I'm gonna try and shoot him with my laser pistol.
Okay. So he has got an armor class of 3, and a laser pistol is a class 13 weapon. So your target number is 8. How many charges do you have left in that pistol? Do you remember?
I don't think I had. That might have been my only one. I don't remember.
You had
Did
it
not write that down.
when you used it. When you first
Yeah,
started
I
using
know.
it last session, it was fully charged. I think you fired it twice, which means you should have 8 shots left.
Okay, then I get 8 shots.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 19.
Okay, that's a good solid hit. And you need damage, right?
We did.
Okay, no worries. Oh, what is the damage on a laser pistol? I think by now I've had these numbers memorized, but I'm old and I can't remember stuff the way I used to. Laser pistol, 5d6 of damage.
56. Okay.
Oops.
16.
16. Okay. Okay, he's got
Wait,
okay.
And I get. Do I get?
Plus,
Hold on, I get a bonus from that too, don't I?
yeah, you get +3 damage.
Yeah. So that would make it 19 then, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's he's hurt.
And
Yep.
should I still take my second? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, would it? Since I'm not using my increased speed. Never mind.
Okay. Yep.
Disregard.
All right. And we'll go with Stick next.
So I've got my sonic gun that still has 8 shots left.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a point target, not an area target, right?
Correct.
All right, so I aim at the one that's directly in front of me, and I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Okay, I think I ruled the first time you tried to use your sonic gun that it was going to be the same as a laser pistol. So it would be 8 would be your target number.
I hate this technology. Nothing's as good as my spoon.
The noise of your sonic disruptor just shrieking down and echoing off the metal walls is just like, oh man, why did I do that? And Rusty Crab.
Get some, and like, and then like, just this woman's voice comes out of Rusty's communication box, and it's, "Thank you for using the Magnavox Mark I crustacean communication device. You are using the device in demo mode. Adult language is prohibited while in demo mode." And then Rusty proceeds to level his laser pistol at the one that Jen was firing at.
Okay. Go ahead. Target number for you will be 8. You hit.
That's a hit of
5d6 for damage. Down goes Frasier.
14.
Hey, I'm down.
You hear this one in the back, the one that's kind of hanging back, say, technological weapons identified, engaging shields. And then the other 3 that are still on their feet, the other 3 of these creatures wearing golden armor, you see like a shimmer come about them. And it glows a golden color, which is actually kind of pretty. But it's definitely kind of this sense of now they've got like an extra layer around them. Every few seconds, you can see that this layer, this extra shielding around them, kind of flickers almost out and then flickers back up again. So it's got kind of like got a power cycle.
Goose's feathers are kind of fluffed up. Recognize the extra energy there, and again, his hissing just gets louder.
Oh yeah, he's probably not happy about this. So Jen, I've got you at an AC of 10.
Yeah,
Oof. All right.
I like the word of this.
Yeah. So one of them
That doesn't sound good.
attacks you and hits for, oh gosh, how much does a short sword do? 1d6. Of course it does 1d6 because that's what it did in old school Dungeons and Dragons. It barely scratches you for a single point.
You bastard. That
Stick,
was my favorite arm.
Stick, one swings at you, but as we know, you because you're so small and hard to hit, you've got a functional AC of 3. Oh, and he rolls a natural 1. You swim out of the way of the blow, and the short sword clangs against the wall, turns in the creature, the robot thing's hand, and tumbles to the ground. And it's just kind of looking at it like. And you hear the leader figure in the background go, "Pick it up." And if a robot... Oh, excuse me. Pick it up. And if any robot could ever sound like disappointed or irritated, it just managed to.
Does the one in front of you bend over to pick it up?
It starts to kneel down in front of you. Now, we don't have attacks of opportunity in Gamma World, but you know what? I'll give you an attack of opportunity.
So, again, seeing that it's starting to bend down, like, I'm done with these technology things. Nothing's better than my spoon. Goose has kind of popped up in front of me here. And so I hop on his back, run off his neck, jump, and just take a swing right into the face of what's in front of me.
All right, so your spoon has a weapon class of 1 against an AC of 3. So you normally need a 16, but because he's bending over and is unable to do anything to avoid the blow, plus you're leaping at him with ill intent. I'm going to give you a +3 to hit. You hit him upside the head with your spoon. 1d3 damage, if you please, sir.
D3? That was a D4.
Did I say D4? You know what? D4 sounds good to me. You know what? You're hitting him with a medical spoon. This thing's serious.
Maybe because I don't have a D3 on my roller here.
Oh. So you would have done 3 points of damage, but the blow hits that golden color, that golden layer, and you can feel the impact, but it just doesn't seem to penetrate.
So it's kind of like when I was swinging a baseball bat on a cold day, right? It stings.
Yeah. So that brings us to Rusty Crab. No, wait a minute. You already attacked. I'm sorry. The attack against you. Yeah.
Do I get another attack?
No, that's what I get for not setting up an order of battle thing and just trying to do it off the top of my head. Rusty, you've got the AC of 4 due to your solid carapace. So the target number for this bad boy is weapon class 3, gets an AC of 4. He needs to roll a 12. Oh, he hits. And he does 5 points of damage against you. A solid blow.
So does it round up or round down for Gamma World? Because with the carapace, he takes half damage.
Oh, we'll just say round up. So let's just say 3 points then. Okay.
Okay.
So the carapace, I forgot the carapace absorbs damage or avoids damage. So yeah, you can feel it kind of try to bite through your full carapace, but it stops most of it. You just pick up some of the shock. And all the way back to Jen. 1 down, 3 to go.
Is the short sword still on the ground over by Stick?
It's picked it up by now.
It's already.
Yeah.
Damn it. We still have this guy over here. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
This is the one who attacked you.
Which one?
This one here is the one who attacked you. This one here is out of the fight.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the one that attacked me.
Okay.
I get a +3 to hit also on that, so that brings it up to a 15.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. You needed an 8.
It's what was it? 5d6.
Yes.
Yes.
26 points of damage. Very, very nice.
9, right? Because you get extra 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
So, with this particular creature, you see that gold layer kind of flare up in brightness really quick, and then decrease to almost nothing. And you smell smoke. It doesn't look like
Someone's burned again.
Yeah. You smell burnt toast. It doesn't look like you actually damaged it, but the shielding, it's what you assume is some shielding, appears to have maybe burnt out. And you see this one in the back, like, reach up to the side of its head and start. Hold on, Unit 4. Let me adjust.
I take my second strike.
Okay.
'Cause well, can I just not like take a? Can I drop my shoulder and like charge at him and try and knock him over?
Well, you've already attacked this round.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Ignore.
Yeah. Stick.
Try and take advantage of.
Yeah.
Oh, shield.
I'm not playing with these guys anymore. I told them they had one chance. The chance is done. The eyes start to glow red, and kind of holds his arms out, and it's like Cyclops, you know, in the cartoon. The glasses off and just blasts out. So he's trying to target the one directly in front of him, and the one that's right in front of Rusty.
The one that's right in front of Rusty. Okay. Let me check something here real
You
quick.
might want to move back.
In the area, so we should be able to get the two that are next to me that are still alive.
Yeah, with the way your eyes work. Yeah, I need to check something here real quick because again, God love it. They did not do an extremely good job at explaining a couple things here. Where's powered armor? Oh, there we go. Okay, well, it doesn't say anything about radiation reduction or protection. So, I'm going to allow you to go ahead and roll your 3d6 rather, for radiation, and let's find out what happens. You rolled a 10. Yeah, I'm going with that because that's just too good. Both of them fall to the ground for a minute. They fall to their knees. The golden glow about them is just gone. Apparently, your radiation blast just stripped away their shielding. This one here was also caught in the ray, but it seems unaffected. But these two, they fall to their knees, and clearly something is happening.
This doesn't look good.
I'm pretty sure I know what 89 is.
This one here, it kind of falls over. It looks like it's too weak to get up. Let's see what the other one does. Okay. Yes! Portions of the armor pop out and new arms appear. And it surges to its feet
Excellent.
with two new arms. And with one of it, it snatches a sword from the one that fell down next to it. And another arm reaches out and grabs a sword from the one that you just killed a few minutes ago. And now it's got 3 swords, and it's angry and radiated.
I'm just seeing some John Carpenter
Yeah.
stuff now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And
I didn't see that coming.
Carpenter in front of me.
And now, Rusty Crab.
Rusty raises like a bunch of arms up and goes, "I can do this too. You are not special." So I wonder, does Rusty notice the like robot in the back like tinkering with its head somehow?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if this would work or not, but I was hoping he could use his telekinesis just to like keep flicking the switch until hopefully like he lands on off.
Yes, but he's going to have to focus on that, and that's going to be his attack
Okay.
this round. Yeah, he can't manipulate it at range while trying to fight. I mean, Rusty's talented, but I don't think he had ambidexterity as a mutation, which would have been funny. It's not available as a mutation. Interesting. So yeah, you can flick with it, and okay. So using your telekinetic powers and a little common sense, you flip the dial all the way counterclockwise as far as it'll go, because most creatures are right-handed, right? Off. And you see the gold shimmer from the actually this one is the only one that was left that still had that golden shimmer, and you see it disappear. Apparently their shielding is gone. And this one is like lying there on the ground, unable to move, because it's now suddenly extremely weak. We'll put a little slug symbol on it, because now it's a slug.
The shield is down. Show no mercy.
This one again attacks Jen and misses. Stick. You now are facing a 4-armed mutant with 3 swords.
I'm getting ready to just like dance. Yeah. The best moves he knows. Sadly, I have none personally, but Stick is a well-renowned ballroom dancer, so he's gonna go into a nice waltz and then turn into a tango to see if that gets him out of this.
Sword 3.
Box step. Do the box step.
AC of 6. Okay, the target number is 16. He's going to get 3 attacks against you. It's coming at you from every direction, like a Ginsu knife collection. Oh, 1 hit. Only 1 hit out of those 3 attacks. A whopping 2 points of damage.
So the sword comes down right along the sleeve of his tailored shirt, and it just grazes the skin, like it barely cuts it. A little bit of green blood, like a Vulcan kind of comes out here, but just a rip seems to echo loudly down the halls, and you've made such a big mistake. You've made
And
a
Mother
huge
shouldn't
mistake.
have done that.
Rusty's just back there like a hype man going, "You don't know what you have done."
Rusty is a hype man.
I'm
Oh
buying
my
your
God.
clock next time we go to a town.
I'm picturing it in my head right now, and it's awesome.
Yeah. I'm thinking about MC Hawking right now. Oh man. All right. So that one attacked. That one attacked. Now the one in the back, the one that had been messing with the dial at the side of its head, the one that's fully robotic, it raises its arm, and you see like a little panel pop off, and an oblong object pops out and arcs into your midst. Whereupon it explodes. 8 weapon class 8.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I know. Miss. Double miss. Holy smokes. And Rusty, you pick up a little shrapnel from the grenade.
Who hit anybody? It's probably good that it hit Rusty.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it does 66.
If I can have all damage.
Mini grenade, mini grenade, mini grenade, mini grenade. Yep. Oops. Yeah, you pick up a little shrapnel and you pick up 13 points of damage as a result.
Cut that down to, oh, that's 7.
Yeah. And we're back to Jen.
Back to me. I don't know what I want to do now. Don't take my shots. I shoot at this guy again.
Okay. This guy on the far side.
Yeah, the one that attacked me last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Target number is 8.
With the plus 3, it's a 19.
Oh, sweet. You hit 5d6 plus your damage bonus. Excuse me.
I rolled a 15, and with the damage bonus, that's what.
17.
So I get a plus 1 on my damage, so it's 16.
Oh, 16. Okay. You center punch him, and you see the hole from the laser blow all the way through his armor and out the back. And the creature is clearly wounded. You can see it kind of react to the pain, but it still keeps fighting.
Okay.
And stick. 3
All right.
armed. Tars
It's time to
Tarkus.
show what we learned. Honk. So again, I hop back onto Laserbeak's back, and I nest my spoon in a crouch on my shoulder here. Charge forward, going straight for the knee of the one that's directly in front of me.
I just want to see a d20, and I'm going to make up my decision about what happens based on that.
And I have a one to hit, so it'd be a 16.
Yeah. So you hit, and it kind of staggers back a bit. You're going to do your full damage, 1d4. In fact, you do 4 points of damage because you were charging. The combined weight of Laserbeak's momentum and your, having it couched correctly and, riding up at the appropriate amount of time in the stirrups, that just full four points of impact to that one.
We've been practicing since Samurai. Just that last time was embarrassing, and both Laserbeak felt so bad about it. He insisted that we just keep going at things in the woods as we walked here. So it makes sense.
Oh yeah, and you guys have clearly really developed your skills. So you did some damage there, and now we're back to Rusty Crab.
So the one that is down on its knees, is it like incapacitated or is it still functioning?
It's incapacitated. You can kind of see it like twitching a little bit.
Okay. So
What happened?
Rusty, recovering from the minor explosion, goes, I can do this all day. And then like the light on his box is still flashing, and like you hear that woman's voice again going, the Magnavox Mark I crustacean communication device is in demo mode. Strong language is prohibited. And then he'll fire at the same one that Jen is attacking.
Okay, so across.
Yep.
Okay, all right. You don't have a really good line of sight there. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you would.
Oh, maybe how about the one that Stick's attacking then?
Yeah, that'd probably be a
That way
little
I'm not-
safer because I would.
That way I'm not flagging Stick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's possible to flag stick with its height, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's probably like over him, but
Let's put it this way: if you had fumbled that roll, I would have made something bad happen. That's a using your laser pistol. That's a hit.
yes.
And 5d6. Oh, 17. You center punch him, and again, in and out. You can see it come out the far end on the other side. Entrance and exit wound. You see the light go all the way through him, and it kind of gasps, but it's still on its feet. And now we're back around to the Legionnaires. So, same attack. That is a hit against you, Jen.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's barely a scratch, though. Just 1 point of damage.
Damn it, you keep hitting my favorite arm. What are you doing?
And the three-armed monstrosity now misses Stick, hits Stick for 5 points of damage, and then with the other arm, because Rusty has had the temerity to fire at it, swings at Rusty with a natural 20.
Will hit.
Oh, we're going to call that double damage. But you reduce all your damage in half. So you only take 2 points of damage. This guy back here fires another one of those oblongs at you guys. And... no. And he somehow manages to bank it off the wall before it goes off. And it skitters down the hallway before it explodes, like over here. Need to check my fuse settings. I have no idea what that sounds like, by the way.
Fantastic.
Sounds great.
Does it?
Really good.
Solid robot voice. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad.
I love it every time. It's good.
So, back to Jen. Man, this fight's going on a long
Me.
time. Wow.
Yeah. I've got 5 shots left. I'm gonna fire at this guy again
Okay.
since he's not down yet. 13.
13. That is a hit.
18.
18 points of damage. Okay. You center punch him again, and he falls back to the ground. A smoking hole in his chest. He twitches a couple times. Out of the fight.
So where's the hole that Rusty punched in the one that's in front of me?
Chest.
Okay. So Wargoose kind of just looks back at Stick, nods, honk, and just leaps forward, aiming its beak right at that hole. Kind of upward trajectory, going for the heart.
Laser beak. Let me see a D20. Well, that's going to have to be rewarded. So, Laserbeak manages to catch the burned in hole with his beak, and he plunges his head into the wound. The creature, you can hear it gasp in pain underneath its armor. Laserbeak, because of that amazing roll and that amazing maneuver, I'm going to have you roll 2d6 for damage. Which is really freaking good for an angry goose, but we've all seen what goose can do, right? Geese can do.
Laserbeak's nothing to mess with.
I mean,
clearly.
he's like the Wu-Tang Clan of geese.
So 2d6, I got 8.
The creature gasps, still on its feet. The android looks at Laserbeak and says, "That goose is nothing to fuck with." I love this thing.
I feel like there has to be an obligatory, like, the box on Rusty's body goes, strong language detected.
Untranslatable. Okay, and we got all that. Okay, so Rusty, you're up.
Rusty, gonna take hopefully one last shot at the 4-armed robot in front of Stick.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, nice roll. Okay.
One shot.
It falls to the ground and ceases moving. This one is still kind of twitching around, but this one is out.
Can Rusty just monologue for a minute?
Absolutely.
So Rusty turns to the robot in the back that seems to be running things and goes, "Listen to me now and calibrate later. Surrender."
As he does that, Laserbeak just kind of goes like this.
So the robot in the back, you see it reach out, and it's aiming the launcher arm at you, and the port is still up, and it hits a switch, and then you see another grenade come out, but it doesn't fly all the way towards you guys. It just flies like a couple meters, maybe 3 or 4 meters in front of your group, and plops on the ground and starts billowing smoke.
He's running away, you guys.
And you hear the clanking of the feet as it takes off.
All right. Safe to say he's going to be warning the others. Can we see where? Can we get any idea from the sound? Can I tell which direction he went?
You think he headed south?
I pick up one of the swords.
Mm-hmm.
One of the.
Yep.
Alright, I'm grabbing one of the swords.
It's a short sword, does 1d6 of damage to a small or medium-sized target, or 1d8 to a large target.
So the one that's weakened is still alive right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I hop on Goose's back, and Goose just walks up on top of the chest of the one that's laying there. I kind of reach down, pull one of my vials of acid out of my vest. I turn around, I look at the camera, point at it. Right on top of the face of the one that's there.
So the
That's harsh.
yeah, that's really harsh.
Stick's going dark right now. He ain't messing around.
Clearly we've gone full grimdark here. So the acid eats away at the faceplate of the armor, and as it does, you see a human face slowly exposed. A man inside, withered and shrunken, with a look of absolute terror on his face. Help me.
Who are you?
I was a prisoner. The Legion of Gold took me. You can see as the more of the armor melts away, and it's conveniently missing his face because that would just ruin the drama. You can see that his head has been shaved, and there's like some scarring, an angry red incision. They put
So I
something
hop
in
down
my
with my spoon
head.
and I start trying to pry off the rest of the armor around his head.
He realizes what you're doing, and he reaches out and says, "Canopy, canopy, canopy." Punches his hip, and like the armor starts popping off. And you can see as it starts coming apart, you can see that there's like goo inside, as if his body just recently expunged a bunch of fat. And he's like withered and shrunken all throughout. He's like almost skeletal, weak, and on the side of his head, against one of those scars, you can see that there's like a device had been implanted, and somehow when you Stick used your radiation eyes and mutated him, somehow that affected the device and caused it to kind of pop out. Maybe as he lost so much mass and weight suddenly, the size of it didn't change and caused it to lose the cybernetic connections it had. But clearly the man's in a lot of pain.
I hand him some blueberry wine.
I mean, that cures everything.
It does. It's magic.
He greedily drinks it down, and you can see the incisions grow less angry, and he's like, while he's drinking it, he's like reaching up and grabbing the device as it's like half out of his skull, and he's like, and like a massive pus and red goo comes out of the side of his head, but he sucks down more of the wine, and you can watch it kind of heal and close over. And he says, "Thank you, stranger, little man, hallucination guy. I'm going to take a nap now."
I smack him on the cheek with a spoon, like, "Hey, I'm not done with you yet."
He's out. He is
How much
out.
of blueberry wine is left?
He drank half a bottle and like two big chug of fat.
So Stick is hurting right now, so he's gonna take a big swig himself here.
All right. Thank God for the blueberry wine. Big swig for somebody Stick size. That's like 1d6 back. Because Stick is tiny. But Stick is also inebriated now.
They're controlling people here. I think that we go. He just points. Like, where? Charlotte. Them.
Laserbeak, can you help us out here?
So
I think he's gonna do-
Laserbeak looks at Stick and just kind of nuzzles him for a second, but then pecks the armor, looks at the guy, We've got it. The armor, China Bull. Very bad if slow.
Is his talk box malfunctioning?
Yeah, kinda rusty. That's one way to put it.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
It doesn't work
Down
that way,
to
Rusty. I
south
wish
here.
it did.
Walking off drunkenly down the hall. Laser big. Oh! Start like spraying after him.
Okay.
We better go after him, Rusty. This is gonna be fun. Fun.
Rusty holds up his laser pistol and he says, I only have one shot. There is not a lot of rampage left in this gun.
We're making a good
In
shot
front of you,
then.
Chief Thick holding up his sonic gun. This thing is it never hits and just throws it behind him.
I pick it up off the ground and put it in my bag.
I have a
He's got 7
question.
shots right now.
How many? 7?
Yep, 7.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we use the mini game to see if Rusty can hotwire the sonic gun to the laser pistol to like repurpose the power source?
Yes. What we will do is we'll use the minigame to see if Rusty can detach the power source and reattach it to the laser pistol.
Okay, awesome.
Mini game. Oh, sorry. I was so excited about mini game that I didn't even call up mini game. Man, I fixed that just a second ago. All right. You are in start. You're looking at the sonic gun and you're like, what does this do? Where's the power source? How does it generate power?
So that's adjusted to an 8.
So you stay in the same spot.
The map hasn't adjusted on my end either.
Oh, you know what? My bad. I didn't move you guys over to the map. There it is.
Okay.
Roll20 is always awesome because I have to do everything separately for myself and you guys, and it's like, okay, I got to click here for it to that work for me, and then I got to click there for it to work for you guys. All right. So,
Adjusted 5.
all right, adjusted to a 5. So you're over here in 8. Yep. Oh, look, it has a catch that allows it to come out.
Adjusted to a 6, so I stay put.
Maybe it has a little grit that's in there, keeping it from dropping free. Adjusted to a 6. Wiggle, wiggle,
I
wiggle.
see how it comes out, but it is stuck. One moment.
You're doing great. You got this.
Okay, there is development.
The energy cell starts to slide free. Oh, gosh, darn it.
Right? Oh no, 7.
Yeah, you would have stayed in
Put.
place. Yep.
You guys don't understand just how good China Bull and Charlotte are. You gotta save them.
So, Rusty Crab releases the magazine, the energy cell, and you realize that it is identical to the energy cell found on the laser pistol. So you should be able to just swap it out. When it's in the sonic gun, the readout on the laser on the energy cell says 4. But when you slap it into the energy pistol, it resets to 8.
Perfect.
After he's done this, Laserbeak kind of walks over to Rusty, gives him a couple gentle taps on the knee, looks at the box, and pecks at a switch on the bottom of the box. That moves it from demo to full.
The talk box.
Let's go stomp a new mud hole in those rat bastards.
Gonna stomp a mud hole in their heart.
Laserbeak knows the taste of flesh now. This is not a good thing for anything.
Not a good thing for kids.
They're basically little dinosaurs. All right, back to the main map. Dun, dun, dun. What developments have taken place while you guys were figuring out how to switch out? All right. Hold on. Hold on.
So, Stick is still kind of drunkenly staggering, to here, to there. So you pause. My shirt. What happened to my shirt? I gotta make another one.
Stick, you and Laserbeak can see at the corridor a group of the golden armored warriors forming up.
Don't worry, guy. I got this. He sort of plants himself in the middle here. I can use my eyes. My eyes will do this. Watch. And they start to flare, and they fizzle.
Performance issues?
I shouldn't drink. And he just
It's okay. It happens to everybody.
Rusty looks at Jen and says, "Was something supposed to happen?"
It's best we not mention it, Rusty. He'll probably be upset about it. We'll just pretend that nothing happens. It's just better that.
So you hear
I tried. Oh,
you hear the same leadership figure saying, "Advance down the corridor, trap them."
trap. I do not like trap.
Me neither. Stick, get back here.
Stick is just sitting down in the middle of the hall. They aren't working again. Nothing's working. The pistols, the eyes. Why can't I do anything right? Need to save my friends.
Damn it. Sorry, I was just thinking, I wanted to make a listen check, but listen isn't a skill. Oh my god, I'm not playing D&D 3.5 or Call of Cthulhu. Dagnabbit! Everybody make me a mental strength check, except Sticks it is at -5. Because he's drunk.
Sticks down to a 9. His middle strength's 15. All right. Oh, sorry. I guess it adds up then, right? So it'd be a 19. His middle strength's 15, so he fails, right?
Yeah. Heather, what's your mental strength?
13, so I rolled an 11, so I
No, that's a success.
does that mean I failed?
No, you want to
Okay.
for a
No, in the strength checks or the checks.
yeah. So you hear off in the corner of the west the stamping of feet against the metal deck. And from the south, you guys can see a formation moving up the hallway, the corridor. They're coming close to Stick. The golden shielding is lit, flickering in the light.
Wargoose moves directly in front of Stick. Kind of lowers his neck down. Honk, honk, honk.
What's Wargoose trying to tell us?
I mean, he's there blocking, trying to position himself in front of the advancing horde and Stick, and trying to be as threatening as he can be in all his laser beak glory.
Surrender now or be destroyed.
That one came in broken. We didn't hear you.
Surrender now or be destroyed.
Laserbeak just takes flight and tries to fly, just kind of throwing his full body right into the face of the one that's directly in front of Stick,
Okay.
and just pecking furiously at it.
We'll let Laserbeak make a roll to attack. And in exchange, God, I don't want to do this. You made me do it. You made me do it. One of the golden armored figures lashes out with his sword. Ow! Fudge!
So Laserbeak takes the impact of the sword, and it just flies against the wall, and there's a sickening crack, and there's a deep gash in the beak, and it just sort of flops down. Oh.
I'm going to roll one thing immediately. The rush of adrenaline at the horror of seeing Laserbeak fall to the ground, mortally wounded, instantly sobers Stick.
No. No. Not. This is not gonna happen. He stands up, and this time his eyes are flared perfectly bright, and unleashes everything he has down the hallway.
Okay. Roll your 3d18 for your intensity, and because of your vast anger at watching your beloved companion, I'm going to give you a +4 to your intensity there.
That's 15.
Let's look at the chart. Radiation matrix. Radiation
Charts on charts.
15 against the Constitution of... Oh! Okay. So, driven by your rage at seeing your beloved aviation companion, who is an avian companion as well, fall mortally wounded to the ground, your eyes have just let loose a vermilion blast of an intensity that you've never experienced before. And all of the 6 in front of you fall to the ground, mortally irradiated.
I barely even see that. As soon as the blast is away from my eyes, I sprint over to Wargoose's Laserbeak's fallen form and starts cradling his neck. You're a good goose. I'm sorry. You deserve better than me. Goose's last little effort just...
Seeing the androids just be cooked alive by Stick, remarks to, well, if he could remark under his breath because it's coming out of a speaker, to Jen, talk about a crab boil.
At this point, you guys realize that this corridor off to the east has been. There's a line of the figures closing off the entire corridor. And from around here, a centurion type, one of the leader figures, steps out, seeing that all of his minions have just gotten irradiated. And his arm comes up, and he pushes a button. The panel pops open, and one of the egg-shaped things launches itself at Stick. Could go badly. Or maybe not. It's a pretty high number to hit you. Oh! And...
So Stick just takes the spoon, swings, and, Barry Bonds is the projectile back the direction.
you see the robot kind of go. I didn't know that could happen. And the grenade sails over and down the corridor behind the robot. All right, Rusty and Jen, you two are in danger of getting your retreat cut off as these guys start executing a turning movement. No, that's terrain oriented. An envelopment. I don't know. What the hell is it called again? It's been a long time. They start pivoting to close off your retreat.
How many were you facing? Is it
There's
another 4?
yeah, another
And a
4
leader?
plus a leader figure. Yep. What do you guys want to do?
Point.
Get
We should probably keep our. Hey, Stick.
Stick is just cradling Laserbeak. Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
There's going to have to be
Stick,
an
we can-
inquiry, a formal hearing about Goose's death.
Absolutely. Yeah, there has to be an inquest here.
Paperwork is gonna be ridiculous. Hey, Stick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we've got some trouble back here. Rusty and I might need your help.
Stick kind of gradually, still holding the corpse of Laserbeak. Okay. They're gonna pay for this. And just gently lays down. You were a prince.
A prince among geese.
Turns and just starts to twirl his spoon.
He means business.
Pulls out one of his darts and lets it fly at the closest golden armored dude.
All right.
Rusty would be running down the hallway at this point.
Towards the south or the north?
South.
Okay.
Towards Stick.
Okay. Oops. All right.
Well, as fast as he can run.
Well, I mean, I assume on his little scuttling legs, he can scuttle pretty fast. Sideways. Jen, are you
Oh,
gonna
yeah, we got-
are you gonna stand
I'm
and
heading
fight?
back I'm staying back. I'm moving with Rusty.
Okay. So they start to file into the hallway, and these two fall in behind. Oops! Except this guy's all wonky. He's like turned to the side. Knock that off. Good turn. There you go. Now you're a big boy. There we go. Sluggo is still over here. The Centurion falls into place behind them, and they're continuing to march down the hallway. And the
So
one
the lighting isn't working for me right now.
what?
The lighting's not working right, so I only have the hallway's all black for me.
Really?
I can see the map, but it's like shaded out.
Hit refresh. See that?
Okay, 1 second.
Could be, yeah, I think it's a Roll20 issue. Because I just hit refresh and now it's spinning with, oh, here we go, loading. Critical, blah, blah, blah. And where is the map? Where is the map? There we go. Let me, okay, yeah. I just hit refresh and all your lighting settings look like they're correct. I can tell what you guys can see if I click on your character and hit Control L. It like gives me your character's viewpoint. It's actually really handy.
Yeah, I'm good now. I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. So while you guys are kind of maneuvering and trying to figure out where you're going to go from here, you've got the stack of irradiated corpses behind you, Stick. You've got the 4 moving in from the 5 really moving in from the north, and you've got the 1 behind you. And the 1 behind you again says, "You are surrounded. You need to surrender or die. We killed your goose. We can cook yours as well." Ha 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 ha.
Rusty is going hype man again, like standing behind Stick. We will use your husks to build our reefs. Hit him with the eye blast, big man.
How often can you use the eye blast? It's like
I can't go that frequently. It takes a little bit. It's once every 4 rounds I can do it. So I need you to buy me time. It's got a charge.
Right.
You said okay, so like hearing Stick say "buy time," like Rusty pulls up his laser pistol and like uses his telekinesis to put it on fire mode again. He's like, "Let's get a bank loan." Ha ha, ha ha.
All right, Jen, what do you want to do? These guys are moving into close combat range now.
I've got 4 shots left on the laser pistol, so I'll shoot the one that. Shoot the one that's. I'm gonna step back a minute, but I want to shoot the one that's directly in front of me.
Okay. While you're doing that, you can hear the robots again.
On the 7th.
Unit 3. Unit 3. The little one is the most dangerous. Roger. Okay, so 14, that's a hit.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, yep.
It's with a +3.
Yeah, 17, that's a hit.
Yes.
And roll for damage. 21 points of damage.
20,
You see the armor. The
20, it's
20, whatever, 22, right?
22. Whatever.
22.
Doesn't matter.
You see the glow of the shield kind of dim, and then start to come back, strengthen again. Rusty.
Right.
So Rusty's got some experience with this now. Can he see the same shield switch on the Centurion?
Which one? The northern one or the southern one?
I guess. Rusty would assume it's the northern one, not.
Yeah, he can see it.
Okay, so can I use a turn to try and
Yeah.
dial down their shields again?
Yeah. So you see the shields completely dim out for a moment. And then you hear like a couple clicks behind you from the south, and then you watch those the shields like come back up to strength. Command override on shield deactivation. And you're probably you're alert enough to like glance behind you, and you can see the Centurion to the south is now adjusting the shields from his position. He's like, ah.
Well, they're kids.
And stick
They're learning. Time to put them down.
and
So
stick.
I turned the one that's the south. I have one of my darts, and I'm gonna throw it and aim for the dial on the side of his head.
Okay, I'm gonna make that a called shot. Let's see what you roll. We'll figure out what happens from there. 17.
It should be an 18 with the plus
Yeah.
one.
You hit the dial and knock it back and jam it into place. You see the shields dim but don't go out. And the dart's like stuck in there now. You can see it like depot level maintenance will be required. That was a particularly Army joke. I'm almost ashamed of that.
No, that was good. I appreciate that one.
So your impression is that you knocked it down a notch, but it's jammed at that into that position now. And Jen, you are up front, so you're gonna end up with two of them swinging at you.
Okay.
Let's see what a 12 hit. Well, your AC is 10. Oh gosh. You think by now I'd have these bloody charts memorized, but I don't. That is a hit. And let's see what the other one does. Oh, the other one rolls a natural 20. Oh.
That's 6. Okay.
So the first one does 3 points of damage, and the second one does 6. So 2 blows rain down upon you, and this time they're not just targeting your favorite arm. There's a couple good hits there. Total of 9. This Centurion back here does the same thing with his arm. An egg lobs out. Oh. 8. Hit, and a miss. So Jen and Rusty are going to take 10 points of damage apiece from an explosive fragmentation grenade. And now this one to the south, it also raises its arm. You can see it like set a dial. And it says, chemical explosive engaged. And another egg, excuse me, and another one of those egg-shaped things flies out towards Stick. Ah! But Stick, again, quick as a wink with his bat, full of hatred and rage and sadness for the death of Wargoose, knocks it like Willie Robinson right out of the park. It, again, flies right down the corridor.
And
Man.
this time he finishes off with a nice thing there, little bat flip, catching the spoon.
That was
What's your
impressive.
best fastball?
That was 2 natural ones that guy rolled in a row. I'm gonna have to have a word with the Roll20 people. They're not doing me right as the GM. Jen, you're up.
I mean, I told you coming into this is my dice are stupid good.
What am I gonna do? All right. I am gonna fire at the guy in front of me again.
Okay. That's a hit.
12.
That's a hit.
Hey!
5d6. Okay.
19.
All right. So the shielding system collapses. You can kind of see like a puff of smoke as it shorts out. And there's enough residual energy left from your laser blast that you can see it kind of burn into the guy's shoulder. But more like, like when Darth Vader gets hit by Luke's lightsaber and he goes, "Ugh!" But he's still good to go. Some sparks. Of course, I would point out that when that happened to Vader, that's when he's like, "Fuck this! This fight's over with." Luke, that hand is gone. That hand is mine. Just saying. Rusty Crab. Hey, you're muted, buddy. Turn on your talk box.
Method acting now. Rusty, reacting to what the guy said earlier about maintenance, says, maintain this, you Oriat hacks, and just fires at the same one that Jen was shooting.
Okay. The one with the shields that are collapsed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, first miss of the night.
Yeah, your round just skitters down the ceiling and... Stick. What you got for a Stick?
All right, so Stick's gonna get into the fight here. How far can I move and still attack?
You can move, 10 meters, so 2 squares, and then it's still attack.
Okay, so I'm there, and I'm just trying to jab my spoon into like the knee plate of the armor, so really just whacking it with my spoon.
Okay, the same one that's no longer has shielding, right?
Yep,
Okay, all right.
I fail miserably.
Yeah. Stick just can't seem to find an opening. The spoon clatters against the external armor. But that helps out Jen because miss. This one here is going to attack Stick now. Ooh, a hideous miss. This Centurion moves up and he says, switching to fragmentation grenades, and lobs one right in the middle of your group. Stick. Okay, it misses Rusty, hits Stick, and misses Jen. It's just the way the shrapnel bounces. Stick, 13 points of damage. And your shirt has shrapnel holes in it, as well as your vest.
Really gonna do this again, guys?
So Stick
They learn last.
drops to his knees. He's just contemplating the fact there's this seemingly giant shard protruding from his stomach through his shirt. Not close.
Oh no,
And
Stick!
clap.
We killed Stick. I'm not sure I'm emotionally prepared to go on with this. Man,
Press F and pay respects.
we salute you, Stick. But I will note, Stick made it this far. But
Did make it this far.
we lost Wargoose and we lost Stick in one session, and
I taunted the DM one time too many.
Yeah.
wow. And then to follow up and add insult to injury, this one launches a grenade. And the shrapnel misses. Wait a minute. Was that a hit? It may have been a hit after all. I'm sorry. But, 8 against the 10. Oh yeah, you both of y'all you're catching the shrapnel. You both take 9 points of shrapnel damage.
Okay.
How are you guys looking in terms of health? Or hit points, rather.
I'm down to 27. I started out pretty high with pretty high hit points, so I'm down to 27 right now. I'm hurt.
Rusty's
Just
at
not dead.
13, but that's functionally a 26.
Right, because of his
If
damage
you want to
reduction.
think about it like that.
Yeah.
So we're not dead yet.
You're not dead
Just a few
yet.
rounds. I said yet.
Yeah. Okay, Jen, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna take the sword and hack it and try and hack at the spot where I shot on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Let's see, D20 roll.
19.
19. You find the wound, the hole, and I'm going to say you do maximum damage with the sword as a result, for a total of 6 points of damage. Rusty.
Stick.
You lost your heavy hitter.
Yeah, we lost our heavy hitter. Oh no. Calling back to our earlier reference, like, you have written a check you cannot cash, and again opens up with his laser pistol.
Man, Rusty knows a lot about 20th century banking practices.
It's all the talk box, just translating for him.
All right. You need your target number is 8. 14, solid hit.
I think I would know by now that I'm supposed to type a slash before roll.
16
Oh, big
points.
hit this time.
Nice hit. Okay, it is wounded but still in the fight. But it's Unit Alpha, fall back. Unit Delta, move into its place. So I'm going to give you guys an attack of opportunity as this one starts trying to move back. Thank you.
Each of us
Alright.
are-
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the sword again.
okay. Actually, really only Jen should get the attack of opportunity because she's the one in close contact range with it.
Right. I'm gonna use my increased speed and try and trip him and then get him with the sword.
Okay, let me see a D20.
I roll it twice. That's an 11.
Yeah, your trip
roll
really
it
doesn't
again.
work, and let's see the sword attack.
13.
13. Sword. 3. It just clangs off the back of his armor.
Tried.
And this guy falls all the way back, and then a fresh one appears. Yeah. Yeah, you guys have had your attacks. All right, so this one that just moved up, I'm going to just say that moving up, the whole jostle of trying to, do the passage of lines prevents him from being able to attack. But this one does take a swing at you, Jen. Ooh, it's a hit. I heard that. Of course he does. He only does 4 points of damage, though.
Okay.
This is not looking good for you guys.
No.
Yeah. The legionnaire, the centurion to the south shoots a grenade. Hits both of you.
You were on fire with some of these rolls all of a sudden.
I know.
You were playing to the D20 gods of the 2 1s, and then they rewarded you.
I gotta check my macro because I set up a D20 macro just to make this easier for me. So instead of like typing stuff out, I'm just clicking a button. And man, it's been hot tonight after I rolled those 2 natural ones. So, Jen will take 9 points, and Rusty Crab will take 5 points. Then old boy up here does the same thing, and he misses Jen but hits Rusty for 5 points. Your carapace is getting cracked and shredded from shrapnel. You're gonna have to shed it and grow a new one.
I have one trick up my sleeve.
I'm picturing Rusty like searching around for a slightly larger shell now, right? Like,
Crawls into one of the armor
Holy
sets
crap.
of the dead androids.
You could probably fit your body into that.
It's like, I have seen my cousins do this once before.
All right, Jen, you're up. You got a fresh one right in front of you.
Bum rush him.
I'm gonna.
We need to escape.
I am going to fire at the guy directly in front of me.
Okay.
I have 2 shots left on my laser pistols, so I'm going to use one.
Okay.
See if I can, hopefully, maybe damages. Ooh,
Definitely a hit.
With my, yeah, it's a 21. 23 points of damage.
So I'm going to roll that because you rolled so high that you can't, because the power is cycling on the shielding, right? You can see it like glow, and then every few seconds it just kind of fades out. It's like on a reoccurring cycle. Because you rolled so high, and the damage was so excellent, I'm going to roll that you caught it when it was on one of the down cycles. And yes, the armor, the shielding had gone to, the glow had faded and hadn't started powering up again. You hit it, and most of the power of your shot goes through and catches it in the shoulder. And it is wounded. You can see the actual singed flesh underneath the armor. Rusty, what you got?
So in like a key move from Dragon Ball Z, Rusty just like almost like flexing, and like he's just like wreathed in this blue energy.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
And like
It looks like
so I'm using his total healing ability. So like once per day and no more than 4 times per week, I can just heal myself completely.
30 seconds. Once the router is back on and connected
So like
to the
just like
internet, plug in the Echo device.
I can do this all day.
Trying to decide whether the robots, the leader robots, would be intimidated by that or want to fall back to see if. You know what? Yeah. They can regenerate all damage. Fall back. And they start retreating from your position, forming a line of battle to blockade you. That's supposed to be an angled line there, but basically they're echeloned in such a way that there's an escape route for you. That's how I wanted it. There we go. There's an escape route for you, but they're clearly ready to continue the fight.
We need to get out of here, Rusty.
Now's our chance.
You from the south,
Okay,
you hear
so
more
Rusty is
tramping
dropping
feet.
the bucket.
From the south, you hear more tramping feet.
We gotta get out of here.
Help me into the bucket. I will suffer the indignity.
I hoist you in the bucket. And I don't know if I can grab stick too, but it probably I should, but I don't know that I should. And I use my increased speed and book it
Okay.
as far as I can go.
As you pass to the east, I assume you're fleeing for the door. The echelon closes behind you, blocking any opportunity you have to actually flee deeper into the compound, so that you're forced out.
Where are we? We're forced out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha ha ha! You are defeated. Flee now.
As we're running away, Rusty's just in the bucket and like holds up a claw, like for him is like an obscene gesture, and you calibrate that.
Oh man.
That sucked.
Well, with that ignominious defeat, what a great place to pause for the night.
At least we had like the good sense to run.
Yeah, at least we're like, let's get... And the one with increased speed that could carry you was still alive.
Oh man, I knew you guys were going to be outclassed by that, so I kept trying to set it up so you had a way to get out, and you kept not moving. And I'm like, well, they're going to close it. And then
Go someplace else.
we lost
Get
Wargoose,
outta here.
we lost Stick, and
A drunken stick couldn't do anything but press forward. And after he lost Goose, he was not going to retreat. So
Yeah, I can't fault him for that.
oh, excuse me. Ugh. Sleepy. All of a sudden,
Okay.
wow, that took a lot out of me tonight.
see what I'll play next now. I don't know. Gotta
Yep.
Start rolling.
All right. Great game, guys. Thanks for playing. I had a great time.
I can't believe Rusty's going to be in his 4th session. This
I
is
know,
a
this is
big
unheard
feeling
of.
for me.
And
He's now the second longest lived character. And he can catch Stick at this
Yeah.
point. He's now down. So if he makes it to the end, he'll be the longest lived.
It's amazing. Well, we'll have to see what happens and what your guys' decision are. Because right now, you guys are standing outside the Legion of Gold headquarters going,
Oh, it feels so good. I was down to 14 hit points.
yeah, I really didn't think you were going to make it.
Neither did I.
Oh my god, I can't stop yawning all of a sudden. All right. Well, I'm going to go watch WandaVision series finale. And
Same here.
I will see you guys next Friday for what may be the earth-shattering conclusion of Legion of Gold. Probably not. Probably stretch on at least a couple more sessions. All right, guys. I will see you later, and good night.